Hello, everyone. It is Jochen here from Smith Curriculum Consulting. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get on. It's right at 4 o'clock. I will let you know I cannot see comments as I have full screen open, but my lovely husband is here with us today as well. So if you want to say hi to Billy, you can. And anytime we might need links or if you have questions, he's going to let me know. Just so that I can have them going as well. I hope you are having an amazing Friday afternoon. I know it's late in the day. If it's as hot where you are as it is where I am, praise Jesus, it is hot here. So today you are here on my live. Oh, hi, Sarah. I do see comments. Yay. I didn't know that I would see them over there. Hi, Sarah. Give me a shout out when you join in. Be aware that this will be available for replay afterwards. It's going to be a short, bite-sized PD, so we're here for about 30 minutes. Today we're going to be talking about my newly released product, the Fraction Games Mega Pack. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link here so that y'all will have it. And the Fraction Games Mega Pack was built because I wanted teachers to be able to work smarter and not harder. That is my motto right now. And I want, with this mega pack, it has 11 different games that teachers can use in their classroom covering different concepts with fractions. So, I'm gonna get my tools here together. I'm gonna show you how I have mine stored to begin with. This right here is a Iris brand photo keeper from Amazon. And the reason I use the ones on Amazon is they're a little bit sturdier and they come in a 2-pack straight to my door for $38. And I can't tell you how many times I've used them. I actually just ordered some more earlier today for some conferences that we have coming up. I will make sure that we get that link in for you before the end of the session as well. I can actually grab it right now. Since I did just order it, I can go to my orders. But the reason I use that is I can hold all 11 games in there and still have a little bit of room left over. That way, when the next product comes out that's related to this, and I'll be telling you about that at the end of today's little bite-sized PD here. That way you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left over, so you could put other fraction activities with it as well. But you can see I have labeled all of mine from all the way from converting and subtracting and adding and ordering, comparing, modeling, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and equivalent. So if you have not picked up this, hi Mikey, hi Jennifer. Saw somebody else had joined that I missed too. Hi Mary. So, in the Fraction Mega Pack, just let me show you what all is in it first, before I get too crazy. The Fraction Mega Pack includes not only the teacher directions and all that stuff and how to set it up for your classroom. Hi, Desiree. It also includes a standard alignment document. I work really hard to align all of my products, not only to TEKS, which is for Texas, Common Core, which is for about 40 of the states, but also my sister state of Oklahoma. So this document comes in handy because it shows that these handy dandy games are aligned to standards all the way from 2nd grade to 6th grade. So you have a wide range for this. Someone that bought it last week at a workshop I was at, she's like, this is perfect. She's like, I'm an interventionist. I can use this with all of my kids, and I can even use it when I go over to the middle school and I work with some other intervention kids. So yes, this is your handy dandy document to keep with you. It also comes with little cover sheets sized to fit into these little bins. These little bins are 4 by 6 in size. I use the clear ones. Oh, Emily, we're going to be so happy. because I'm bringing bite-sized PD to you in July and August. Hi, Gordon. I know Gordon has this. He was one of my first people to buy it, actually. So these are sized to fit. They are in color. I simply just Velcro them on with little pieces of Velcro in the four corners. You can also use double-sided tape, but we have some crazy humidity in Texas, and double-sided tape doesn't always want to stick. So Velcro works really well. I just laminated these, and it is Velcroed on. That way, if I want to change it, I can easily change it out, and I don't have to be married to this only being for this activity if I want to. Okay, so there's 11 of these. There are 4 to a page. Then there are also the directions for all 11 activities. This one happens to be equivalent fractions. They are written in very, very simple wording to where you're not going to have a student come up to you while you're in a small group session saying, what does this mean? No, they're not going to be doing that. And then there are cards. The fraction cards cover everything from 0 all the way up to 12 over 12. So you're going to have everything. Oh, and it also has one, like one whole. But you get to decide as the teacher which fractions to use for your students. Therefore, it's completely differentiated on the lesson. Some students could just be working with halves, fourths, and eighths. Some students could be working with halves, fourths, eighths, tenths, sixths. Some students could be working with all the way up to 12ths. It's completely dependent on your students. And I made sure to include the fraction that is the actual number over the number, where the numerator and denominator are the same. So you can see I just copied these on cardstock. Nice colorful cardstock. Thanks for the love. I don't know who sent it. And they easily fit inside these little ones. I mean, this is simple. We put these all together, label them all, but also includes the mats. These mats are amazing. These allow you to go from, let me pull one out. Let me just pull a random one out. I say random, and I'm over here like actually picking. Okay, so modeling fractions. So if you are talking about modeling fractions at your guided math table, you would have this for your students. You may have one each for each of the students. Huh?
Some glare on it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's glare from something that's on my table, and I can't tell what. But you're going to have one of these mats for each of your students and a dry erase marker. And say they choose, or you give them, for guided math, I would probably give them one, a fraction card of 1/3. They can choose any of these models that they want to. I would let them choose first. And then after they got it right the first time, then I would go on and say, okay, can you do it for another model? So 1/3, I'm choosing the circle because I know how to draw that peace symbol the best. And since it's dry erase, I've got it right here. These are laminated. And then they would have that right there. And they could show you. And they could compare with their neighbor. And then they could go on to another one, and another one, and another one. And then you could draw the next fraction. This happens to be 1/1. So then they would shade in the whole. So then when they got to actually doing this in Math Workshop, after they've mastered it with you and they've shown that mastery, they can do this with their friends in Math Workshop and see how they can model it. They've got the directions here, they've done it with you, and it's ready to go. So the big thing is setup. Like I showed you, I have it in my little suitcase. That's what I call these little things, my task card suitcases. And I linked those above. Another way is if you just wanted something a little smaller, this is another version of the task card holders. And there are 6 in here. So you would just need 2 of these, and you would have one empty. That would be great for you just to have some other tool stuff in it, or even another game. These are also on Amazon. I'll drop you the link here in a second. And these are handy too. They don't have a handle, but if you're going to put them on your works for guided math and you want them on your bookshelf behind you, they're really handy. They don't take up a lot of space. They're just as durable. They're the same inner things. You can swap them in and out. But you're probably asking me, okay, well now when they're in math workshop and they're doing it on their own, how do I know that they understand it? I have made recording sheets also that look exactly the same. They just switch the material. So for this one, it's modeling fractions. So for that 1/3, they would then come up here, number 1, write down their fraction of 1/3, and then recreate their model. And then they would do that 8 times before they turned it in. So the different mats, I'm going to show you. Adding fractions. So I went ahead and I copied 11 different sets so I could have a full set already made and I wasn't having to switch out the fractions every time. So for adding fractions, we have adding fractions with common denominator and adding fractions with uncommon denominator because the directions are a little different. And so I've got 1/2 plus, these fractions are actually in order, so I'm trying to, and then they would pull out 1/8. And you could even have it to where each partner has a different color deck of fractions. And then they write it that way on their recording sheet. So one partner could have a purple deck and one partner can have a green deck, and they write it that way on their recording sheet where they write 1/2 with purple and 1/8 with green, and then they solve it and then make sure that they've come up with the same answer together. So 1/2 plus 1/8 they would have to show, and then there's a spot on here that they can do it with their dry erase, or you could even have it to where they find the fraction that matches. So you could either do it uncommon denominators or common denominators. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Corey. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Shayna. So 5/8 plus 1/8, and then they could find the 6/8. There we go. And there we go. This would be a really good way to first start it. Oh no, I didn't like the mad face. Hopefully that was just a accident. This would be a good way to start it when you're in guided math and doing it together. But guys, I did this to make your lives easy. I will tell you a little secret. A lot of you have already seen the preview of what is coming. I am making an addition to this. It's not an addition because it's not going to be added to this purchase. This product is going to be a second part. I know how to say Shayna. I am making task cards to go with each of these 11 sets. And they will be released individually, but also in a bundle. The reason I'm releasing them individually is because of the diverse set of standards. I want those 2nd and 3rd grade teachers to be able to get just as much out of them as those 5th and 6th grade teachers. So I'm working on them right now. They're taking a lot longer because I am writing them in the format of more test prep. So there will be 16 task cards for each. It's a little over 200 task cards. So it's taking quite some time. But bear with me, it will be out. And then you might be able to twist my arm a little bit. I've been thinking about doing the same type thing for the decimals because I know, yes, Pamela, that is the exact same way. So Pamela asked if we show them how to use them in small group first and then put them in a rotation later. The way that guided math becomes math workshop is you always show and model something in guided math with your small group. And then once you know that your students have built that confidence and have mastered something or getting really, really, really close to that mastery line, you put it in a small group or into math workshops. Math workshop is not for current content. Math workshop is for review content, because that is the #1 reason that your students will act up during math workshop, or they won't do what they're supposed to be doing, is that they are frustrated. or they have no clue what they're doing. They don't remember. You have to give them things that they are confident in and that they understand. So I'm going to show you what the other mats look like. Subtraction fractions looks just like the addition. This is converting, so they would put down one of the fraction cards and then they would convert it to a decimal. So they would draw it and then convert it to a decimal and then compare it with their other group members. It's a great thing about doing it in group work. Multiplying, dividing fractions to where they're greater than, less than, or equal to. So I'm just pulling random cards, literally. 2/3 is greater than 1/8. And then when you go to putting these in Math Workshop, you don't have to use the mats. They're just something that you can use for students. Ordering fractions, there are two different ones for ordering fractions. This one says least to greatest, and this one says greatest to least. You can see that I have a little hole punched in the bottom corner of all of mine, and that is so that they can go on a ring. They don't have to, but the great thing about this is I can put all of these together, all of my masters of my recording sheets. Hi, Molly. Hi, all of you who are just joining. Great thing about this is there will be a replay. I'm going to take questions here in a little bit, so make sure you're asking those questions if you have them. So my mats are here. My masters of my recording sheets are here. I have set them on top of my task card boxes. I am closing up my suitcase, and literally the entire thing fits inside this suitcase, plus extra room for 5 more activities to go with these. So if you have 5 more, you can see my ring is down here. If you have 5 more fractions games you can put that you want to add in with these, you could add them all in here and store it together. And like I said, these are just these little bitty plastic 4x6 containers. I'm going to get you the other links for those for just the little 6-pack as well. I know these were recently on sale at Michael's. I actually looked last night, and all the Michael's around me were sold out. Sold out. That's what they told me. I will tell you, the little 6, the one that holds 6 is only $8. So if you wanted to grab a couple of those, I'm getting the link for you right now. Are there any questions, Dave? I'm not on that screen.
I haven't seen anything, but I haven't had a notification since April.
Okay. I'm trying to scroll back up real quick to see if we have any questions. Hi, Desiree. I see Desiree joined us. I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to everybody that joined. Another thing that I want to make sure you know is that I'm going to do a giveaway here in a second. I like giveaways. I made a post the other day that starting in July, I'm going to do what I'm calling bite-sized PD. Little 30-minute professional developments in the last 2 weeks of July. I think I start July 23rd. Don't quote me on that yet because I can't remember. Whatever that second to last Monday in July is. July is one of those, I think we even go into August with our bite-sized PD. So the last week of July and first week of August. Yeah. He's making fun of my face. It's over here because he's watching. Okay, here, I wanted to get that link for you so I could share that with you, because in there, I'm asking for your comments about what you would want bite-sized PD about. Little, think 30-minute, quick, done, and go. Hey, Kimberly. I used to teach with Kimberly. Hey, Wendy. So, all about setup. The great thing about this is, guys, I'm going to tell you, spend the time now. Go ahead and get it set up this summer, because then when you get to those points in the year where you are covering anything and everything from modeling fractions, which is the second and third grade standard. Hi, Anita. Hi, Caitlin. All the way through a dividing fractions, which is a fifth and sixth grade standard across the board. You will have this ready. And my sixth, seventh, and eighth grade friends, what's funny is a lot of my middle school teachers have been buying this, even though it technically only goes to sixth grade standards, because hello, intervention. Get it ready now. Cut it, print it, all that stuff now, laminate it and that way, when you get to that point, you already have something ready. Now, talked about a giveaway. Hey, baby, they're not in here, are they?
What?
The thingies, the
Smart bell?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. No, that is that. Where are they?
What are we talking about?
Never mind. Let me get it. Awesome. You copied them today, Sarah. Hold on, guys. Just a second.
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Those of you that know me, you know that I am a lover of all things that make my copy habits easier. So I'm going to do a giveaway here in a minute. And yes, Allison, these are aligned to standards for second through sixth grade. It has a standards alignment document. So fourth grade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 11 are aligned to fourth grade standards. This is a bundle that is available to purchase. It is linked here in the comments, but I'm sure Billy can get that link for you. See, Jennifer, you teach 8th grade and you always need fraction games. Kimberly, couldn't we have used this with our co-teaching class? I co-taught with Kimberly a few years ago, and we could have used this every single day and never run out of material. We co-taught. She was a special ed teacher at the time, and I was the regular ed teacher at the time. So we had a class of 27, and yeah, it was a fun year. Oh my goodness, now I get a former student joining on. So, okay, so I want to go ahead and do a giveaway. What I'm going to do is I am going to give away a set of 10 Smart Pals. I say 10 because I can buy them on Amazon and send them to you. The EAI Smart Pals. And class of 27.
Huh?
Oh, yes. My class that year was 27. I remember. I had 27 kids. It was fun. And we could not walk in the room. My room was so tiny, full of desks. I mean, we're talking, we had all the football boys in that class. Oh, it was hilarious because it was first period and athletics was last period. So math was like always stacked in the beginning of the day for the athletes. Oh, my. And now some of these boys, they all graduated this year. And I'm 6'3", and I know our lovely Garrett, he's like, what, 6'10" now? He's huge. Yeah. And some of them are married. Some of them have babies. It's graduated college. High school? College? High school. Yes. Oh, I would have loved 22 to 24, but no, 27 to 30 was about norm. Small town. So I'm going to give away a set of EAI Smart Pals. But I don't know the best way to do this on a Facebook Live. Babe, can you think of a way?
It's going to have to be a question.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a question and then the first person to answer it. It says roughly, okay, it says there's 23 of you in the live right now. I am going to pick a random number between 1, and do not go yet. Do not go yet. I'm telling them not to go yet in guessing the numbers. Between 1 and 100. And the first person, I've written it down. It's on this Post-it. Billy, can you verify the numbers on this Post-it?
I'm here looking now.
Okay, he can see it. So the first person to get to it, or within, you're going to get one guess. You're going to get one guess. The first person within guesses I'm going to give you, it's 4:25 now. You have until 4:27, and then I'm going to say stop. I'm going to look at questions right now.
How do I comment on one?
Between 1 and 100, you get one guess. Between 1 and 100, you get one guess. Between 1 and 100.
What'd you write?
What do you think I wrote?
Oh, I know what you wrote. Hey, somebody won.
Uh-oh, he said somebody won.
If you wrote what I think you wrote. Yeah, Anita something.
Oh, Anita, you won.
That's the first person I saw post it. Somebody else just posted it too.
Okay, let me like quadruple, triple, quintuple check. Because mine are, okay, stop guessing, stop guessing, stop guessing.
We have 2 people that answered.
I'm just trying to make sure. Yes, Anita's came through first on my end. 42 was my number. Anita Clan. So Anita, if you will email me at smithcurriculumconsulting@gmail.com with your address, I will get these sent out to you. 10 of them. Perfect. Perfect for math workshop.
Maybe we should give Suzanne like something since she was.
Okay, well, Suzanne, you can't. Okay, so Billy, he's like, maybe we should give Suzanne something too, so she did it right after.
Comments later.
Suzanne, do you have my Fraction Games Mega Pack? Suzanne. Takes forever for comments to come through. I hate that part.
Maybe we should give her. She does not.
Okay, well, now you do.
Oh, nice.
Send me an email, and I will email that over to you today. Okay, so I am linking, again, the 2-pack of task card totes. Telling you, I don't like to shop. I like things coming to my door. So if you want a 2-pack of these, $37 on Amazon. They hold 16 each, so that's 32 sets of task cards or activities or games or whatever. You can have hold for $38. That is the link. I will tell you, it is an affiliate link. I earn a little bit from Amazon. If you purchase through that link, you do not pay more. So yes, Anita, I'll be expecting an email from you and getting those smart cards sent out to you. And Suzanne, I will get those. Yes, you can rewatch the video, Mary. I will get that other link for you. The Fraction Game Mega Pack is on TPT, but it is also.
I'm linking it right now.
Okay, Billy's going to grab the link for me. It is also in my blog store. You can get it in either place. They are the same price. It is $12. I hope you enjoy it. If you play it, if you use it, I know some tutors were using it this week for summer tutoring, which I was like, yes, I wish all the tutors would use it. So that way they would have some fraction practice through the summer, because we know how our kids need that. So they are $12 in either place. Yes, Suzanne, email me as well, and then that way I can just attach it in an email right back to you. So thank you guys for being here for this little 30-minute bite-sized session. Again, don't forget to go check out that post about the bite-sized PD that's starting in July, I'm going to say 23rd. It's whatever that Monday is.
It was 23rd is my sister's birthday.
Oh, Billy reminded me it's his sister's birthday. So yes, it's 23rd. So July 23rd starts bite-sized PD. 30-minute professional development sessions here on, oh, you want the link for the sleeves? I can get you that link too because they're my favorite. I will tell you, I have a set that I used in the classroom for 5 years, and you cannot tell that I had, you know, rough boys using them.
How many small group cards?
Hold on just a second. I'm getting a link and I will answer that question. Billy's trying to read it to me. What is it, babe?
How many small group card sets would you make?
There are 11 activities, and I would go ahead and make up all 11. I do not make, you can choose which fractions cards to use. Like in these, there's only the first 6 pages of fraction cards. There's not all the way through. So the way I set up the fraction cards is it goes 1/1, or 0, 1/1, 1, halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, eighths, tenths, and twelfths are in the first part, but then it does fifths, sevenths, ninths, and 11ths in the second part, because I know that younger kids aren't going to want those crazier fractions. So if you see that comment, I just posted it, Allison. That is the Smart House sleeves, but I'm telling you, these are amazing. The only thing I've ever had stick to this is permanent marker, and even then I got my magic eraser, but this life is a win. You put 5 or 6 of these in your station with your 1 copy on cardstock to have it preserve a little bit. The kids slip it in. I'm just going to pretend this is something. The kids slip it in. They can do their work. Then they get their iPad or whatever you allow, whatever device that you have in your classroom. They take a picture of it, and then they can send it to you on Google Classroom, and you still have a copy of their work, but you don't have a actual physical piece of paper. That is like my tip I share at every PD I do. And teachers are like, oh my goodness, you just saved my copy count. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys. I will see you at the end of July.